of medicine because you've been busy doing Valentines stuff. I don't know if you know this, but comedy is actually good for you. It is. It increases interpersonal relationships. If you can laugh with someone, you're likely to like them, maybe fall in love. It lowers blood pressure, anxiety, depression, and other good things. So tonight, this is actually for your health. So drink up. So then I get prettier. Oh my goodness. You're already checking out the shoes? We were going to talk about those later, but I guess we'll just bust right into the shoes. Why not? Ladies, do you see these bad boys right here? Do you see those? I wore fancy shoes for you people. I'm just ripping up my bunions right now for all of you. All of you ladies, we like shoes, do we not? Yes, we do. And I'll tell you a little secret, gentlemen, why we like shoes so much. Because shoes always fit. Not the way I meant it, but I like the way some of you are laughing at it. We're friends right there. I can tell right where your brain went. I liked it. Yeah, shoes always fit, and I know we can go shoe shopping after lunch, can't we, ladies? We can go. You can't do that with anything else. You can't. Not even a little tiny purse. You get next to your belly. You're like, I can never eat again. But I know why some of you laughed, some of you snickered, some of you giggled, some of your butt cheeks squeezed in the air. I felt it right there. Because apparently there's some myth, some fallacy out there about men and anatomy in shoe size. You've heard it. And I can tell you right now, you can judge nothing about a man by his shoe size. Nothing at all. I know this to be true because I have been fooled by big shoes before. But I used to date clowns. You're all clowns, but you're kind of cute and we like you, so we'll keep you around. I was in Vegas a little bit ago. We've all been to Vegas? Yes? We've all done the Vegas? We all know about the Vegas? What happens in Vegas? But I'm going to tell you what happened in Vegas. Right now, I want you to envision in your head the craziest maniacal thing you can think about that can happen in Vegas, and I'll tell you right now, you will not guess what happened to me in Vegas. Nothing. You will not guess. And I've been to Vegas a lot. We've all been to Vegas. I don't know what it is about that city. You're a perfectly normal person, and then just the vortex of Vegas just sucks you into some sort of crazy. You don't even have to try. The crazy just circles around you and sucks you into it. And I was there, and I've been there a lot. I've lost friends. I've lost money. I've lost a really big shoe. I've lost self-respect, underwear. I mean, I'm telling you, things have happened there, okay? And but you're never going to guess it. I was there for a dual birthday party, a mother and a daughter turning 21, and you can probably guess who I'm friends with. That was a little bit too much laughter, too quick on that one. And so we all went to dinner. Everybody went to dinner. And then afterwards, after dinner, the 21-year-olds went to those nightclubs, you know, where you've seen it, where they stand in line for like an hour and a half and pay an outrageous cover, and the drinks are really expensive, and there's no seating, and there's some DJ pretending to play records, but he's just poking a computer. And the 21-year-olds went to that. The non-21-year-olds, we went to a nightclub where there was no cover, ample seating, live musicians, who's crazy now, and reasonable drinks. So we're all dancing, all this non-21-year-olds, we're dancing, we're having a good time, and the band goes on break, okay? The band went on break. And before the band went on break, everybody was like having a good time and jamming and everything. And then when the band went on break, 9 millennials walked in, okay? And I don't know what their preferred pronoun is. I didn't ask. So are we okay with 2 girls and 7 boys? Are we okay with that? Everybody okay? I need a verbal nod, something, a handshake from everybody? Are we okay? Nobody's gonna we're gonna have to hold hands and sing Kumbaya off the show to restore our souls if we get this wrong? Okay. So 9 millennials walk in, 2 boys, 7 girls. 2 boys, 7 girls. And then the band comes back and they start to play the song "Do You Love Me" from Dirty Dancing. You know, "Do You Love Me?" I can't sing very well. You know what song I'm talking about. A song that came out before I was born. Okay? And the band's jamming and nobody's dancing. And then one of the little millennial boys jumps up and runs to the dance floor. Clearly it's his jam. Okay? And he's out there and it's clear that he has dance training. He's out there being very dancey and everything. And nobody's joining him. So I looked at my longtime friend. We don't like to say old, long-time friend. You know, one of those friends that you have to remain friends with because they know too much about you. And hush money, one of those friends. So I looked at my longtime friend and I said, I should dance with him, huh? And she looked me straight in the eye and she says, yes. Because she's been encouraging bad behavior for decades. And I'll just tell you right now, I am not afraid of a dance floor. I am not. But that is how I made money in college. I like the fact that you think that I spend time on the pole, okay? I am old enough to appreciate that that would be like something I would like to say I did in my youth, but it's not. It's not really what I did in my youth. But I like that you think that I did. That's like, yes, that's a win for me at this point in my life. And but I will tell you that like 10 years ago, the fitness classes, did anybody get caught up in this where they took pole dancing classes to try to do something for aerobically? A guy said yes. What? I'm not here to judge. If you wanted to do pole dancing, sir, you do it. You be you. Did anybody get caught up in this? Did anybody try this? Because it was step aerobics and then spin class and it was like belly dancing and then pole dancing. No one did this? No one tried this? I did. Same friend. I'll just tell you right now, the pole is hard. It's really hard. If you find yourself in one of those nightclub establishments, you tip the dancers. It's hard. And then my dancer's like, you're so sexy. I'm like, big, sexy, and puddled, sprained ankle on the ground. That's sexy. So I did this. And I'll just tell you right now, my dance teacher, when you take a ballet dance, they have like first position, second, third with your feet. In pole dancing class, my dancing teacher was an ex-chicka bow bow kind of dancer, okay? So she named moves after what she called them, okay? And there was a move called Daddy, I'm so tired. Oh, look at Daddy, I'm so tired again. And then there was a move called Paying the Rent. But you guys didn't pay enough money to see it. So back to Vegas, we're back in Vegas, and I'm out there, and my friend's like, yeah, go dance with, because really, come on, what millennial boy doesn't want to dance with a middle-aged cougar? Come on. So I'm about to step up and go to the dance floor. My friend's like, shoo, shoo, shoo. So I'm about to step up to the dance floor, and then one of the little millennial girls jumps up and starts to run to the dance floor. I'm like, oh, good, she's going to dance with him. And she gets all the way to the edge of the dance floor, and then she just whips out her phone and starts to videotape it. Because why participate in life when you can put it on TikTok? So my friend's like, shoot, to the dance floor you go. So I was like, okay, so I get on the dance floor, and I'll tell you, like I said, I'm not afraid of a dance floor. We're out there, we're dancing. We're not really dancing together. We're kind of dancing in the same space. And I'm trying to match his theatrical moves, and in my head, I look like J-Lo in heels. But I probably look like Elaine from Seinfeld. But the crazy thing is, nobody joined us on the dance floor. Nobody, the whole time, nobody joined us on the dance floor. And I like to think it was so theatrically beautiful that nobody wanted to mess with the mystique. But more likely, it's kind of like watching monkeys at the zoo. You're like, oh, let's see how this turns out. So the song ends, and if you've ever been on a dance floor with somebody, you know there's some sort of usual exit salutation, a handshake, a nod, a hug, whatever. I love you, I hate you, you want to hook up, you ruined my jam, you're ugly, you're fat, whatever. So he starts to come towards me. We haven't really made eye contact till now. He starts to come towards me. I'm like, well, here we go. We're going to find out what it is. He starts to walk towards me, and then he puts out his arms. I'm like, okay, we're going to hug it out. Then he puts out his arms, and I'm not even kidding you, true story. He puts out his arms on my waist, and then he cold lifted me up over his head, dirty dancing style. I kid you not, cold lifted 300 pounds up over his head, dirty dancing. You know how much anterior delt strength that takes? Cold lifted me up over his head, and I was like, oh my God, this totally works. I was like, oh yeah, I understand now. I get it. I hope that millennial's still filming now. And then he slid me down his beautiful 20-something body. I might have licked his face. Don't judge me. He puts me down and he just sauntered off into the distance. I'm like, can I buy you a house? 28 years, married at 12 if you're doing math. And that's too much laughter. I was married for a long time. I know a lot of you are married. Good for you. Well done. He was a good guy. He was a good guy. And had I known what I know now, I would have just killed him. And it was during COVID, 7 years. I would have been out. I would have gotten the house. I divorced wrong. I didn't get the house. So anyhow, I'm out there dating, and if you've done this, don't. I have been on 179 first dates since the beginning of COVID. 179 first dates. All your ladies' arms are folded. That is bad body language. I'm just telling you right now. Are you cold or you're just judgy? So we like to sit in the front and judge. We are Simon Cowell. Anyhow, 100, and first dates, and I was like, I thought it was them. It's totally them. And it isn't like I didn't vet these people. I vetted them. And it's online dating, which is a stupid way to meet people. Let's be honest. I'm old school. The way you're supposed to meet people is you go to bars and get drunk. That's the way the good Lord wanted it. That's how you meet people. That's how you guys met right there, didn't you? You guys met in a bar, you got drunk, you fell in love. That's the way the good Lord wanted it. You have to be able to stop. Just telling you, that's how love happens. You can't just shop for a person on Amazon like you shop for a shirt. I hate blue, swipe. You can't do that. That's not the way to shop for people, for love. Oh my gosh. So hundreds, and I don't have time to tell you about all of them, but two satanic worshipers, two. What's the chances of that? One flat earther, a flat earther. I'm never going to get that hour and a half back, okay? If you get stuck next to one at a wedding, I'll just sum it up for you. They have a very compelling argument. I'll just sum it up in 10 seconds for you. You know that dual water on the side of a glass that kind of has like a bubble to it? That's the earth in a really big scale. Okay, there you go. You're welcome. So many bad dates, so many. But I gave up at 175. I gave up at 175. It was, like I said, it was online. I looked at all the pictures because I was easy. I had read the entire profile because I'm a reader. And I walk into the restaurant, and we'll just use you, sir. It's just, you're not him, and you don't look like him, but you're in the proximity of when I saw him, okay? So I'm walking to the restaurant, and it looks like him, and I'm like, there he is. And at the table with him is a full-size antique wooden puppet named Iggy with red hair. I kid you not. And you have to understand, I'm a comic. So my brain doesn't work right, okay? So I'm walking up the table, and I see him with the puppet, and I'm like, this is a threesome now. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know the rules of puppet sex. I don't know how to do this. I sat through an entire meal with a puppet, everybody, and the puppet was more interesting. And apparently, it's his mascot. He takes it everywhere. Yeah, if you have a mascot, mention that in the profile. Maybe a picture of you and Iggy at the ball game. I don't know, to help a girl out, something, okay? That was 175. I had committed to a few other dates, so I went on them because that's the kind of girl I am. They were bad, but I totally gave up. This is the last one, 179. It was a coffee date. It was a coffee date at noon. Look at my face. There is no reason, a woman my age, that we should be in full sunlight, fully caffeinated. That is not how love happens, okay? What I need in my life right now is backlighting and booze. That's how love happens. What I'm trying to tell you, fine people, is beauty's just a light switch away. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. So 10 minutes into this stupid coffee date, this man presented me with a sticker, a peel and stick sticker of all his food allergies. Not kidding, don't do that. Not sexy. So I proceed to read the food, and I'm like, we're not eating, because I give it to everybody. I'm like, of course you do. So I proceed to read the food allergy sticker. On the top, it said nuts. I like that some of you are laughing. Your brains are in the right place. Good. Keep on that line, and underneath nuts, it said all nuts. And then the first nut listed on the nuts, all nut food allergy sticker was coconut. You're a smart crowd, I can tell. I like that. Some of you, I'll explain, coconut is not a nut. So I looked at this Mensa candidate. You're a smart crowd. I said, I don't want to burst your bubble or anything, but coconut is not a nut. And he looked me straight in the eye and he goes, well, nuts in the word. I said, well, based on that logic, genius, guess what? Donut is also a nut. He said, can we date? And I said, no. I said, why not? I'm like, because you have no idea how many nuts I've had in my mouth. Come on, who doesn't like a good cashew? Come on. Also, technically not a nut. I think part of the problem was I wasn't really focused on what I was looking for. So this year, I've really honed in. I've really focused about what it is I'm looking for in a partner. I've like honed it in, really dialed it in, and I'm really clear about what I want. I've decided this year what I really want is to be a widow. Some of you should look at your partner a little close right now. If they were laughing really hard, go, really? Officer, I don't know why he has a toaster in the bathtub, but he likes his English muffins very fresh in the morning. And I'm willing to go either way, male or female. I've given up. I was saving the whole girl thing till the nursing home years. That's when I was. It's statistically 9 to 1, women to men. At that age, you'll be dead if you have a date. But if they have a trust fund and they only got about 6 to 9 months to live, I'm your girl. I can caretake that long. I'll just tell that right now. I did accidentally recently, just like 2 weeks ago, come upon the greatest new dating app ever. I'm going to share it with you people. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. And it was completely accidental. I found this dating app. It's called Facebook Marketplace. It happened by accident. I never used it before, and I had 3 large African drums to sell. I know that sounds like a joke right there, but I had 3 large African drums. It's a long story. I did some military shows. The commander sent me some African drums as a thank you. I didn't do anything. He just liked me, okay? And I wanted to sell them because they're very large African drums. And so I listed on Facebook, this guy in San Diego is like, I would like to buy them. Are you ever in San Diego? And I said, well, I'm a comic, and sometimes I do shows. I have a show in Oceanside this day. He says, okay, I'll meet you there at the show, blah, blah, blah. So I'm on stage, and I'm like, there's a guy coming here tonight who's going to buy 3 large African drums. His name's Dave. And this guy in the front row goes, I'm Dave. And I'm like, no, you're not. Why didn't you tell me before the show? He goes, no, I'm Dave. And I'm, really, you're Dave? And he's like, I want to buy your African drums. And all of this sounds kind of like a weird drug deal. And so the whole time he's like, no, I'm Dave. I'm going to buy your... And so I told the audience, I'm like, if this guy tries to kill me in the parking lot, just let me know, okay? Safe and everything. At the end of the show, he actually was Dave buying the large African drums, and then his friend hit on me. So I got 2 people to my show. I made a couple $100, and I got asked out. This is a win-win. So I was like, we got to push this forward. So this is what I think you should do. You think about what it is your partner that you would like to find is into, okay? And then just list it at a really cheap price. And on Facebook, you can look at their profile ahead of time and find out if they're single and like what their deeds are, and then list it really cheap. Like I was gonna list like a Harley Davidson for like $200, and tell them I was just getting rid of it because I'm mad at my ex-husband or something, and then wait until I find the perfect person. And then when they show up at my house, I'll be very sexy dressed up. And I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, I just sold it. But would you like dinner? I have steaks. I think it could win. I know more about them. I know what they're interested in. It's better than a puppet. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I used to be nice, too. I used to be really, really nice. You look like you're nice. You look like you not so much. Still judgy over there. I used to be really nice, woke up one morning just pissed off, want to get drunk and punch people in the face. Anybody else? No one else is hormonal? Okay, just me. I'm not even pissed off at normal stuff either. I'm pissed off at really stupid stuff like speed bumps. Yeah, speed bumps. I have to go over 4 every single day. This is my life. I should not have to wear a sports bra to go to my home. That's what I'm telling you right now. They could pave the entire road, however, with those little vibration bumps. There's some women that have sat on the washing machine during the spin cycle. Good for you. No one gets hurt. Everybody's happy. Win, 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 win. Oh my goodness. Do you think it's the little things in life that have to make us happy? Do you think that's true? No? You're like, no. Do you think it's just the barrage of life's disappointments cause you just set the bar really low as you get older? Because when I was in my 20s, I could have won the lottery and I've been like, it's not even that many millions, this is stupid. Now in my life, if I can get my pants up without having to lay on the bed to zip them up, I know it's going to be a good day. And based on the numerous ads on the radio and television later in life, I'm going to be thrilled to have a regular bowel movement. Okay, it might be the little things. It might be the little things. Oh, I'm just tired of wearing a sports bra to go home. That's all I'm saying. Oh, long line of things piss me off. Another thing pisses me off. Oh, and we're high season right now. Girl Scouts. Oh my God. I hate those door-to-door sugar pushers. I hate them so much. Do you want some cookies? 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 Of course I want cookies. I'm middle-aged, divorced in Los Angeles, California. Of course I want cookies. We all want cookies. You can buy 6 boxes of Thin Mints. That's the rules. That's the law. Every February, 6 boxes, 1 sleeve in your belly before you get them in the freezer. That is the law. Every February, I gain 6 pounds right here because those door-to-door sugar whores. I hate them so much. I hate them so much. From the grocery store. I actually think that should be a test for terrorists. What do you think? If you can turn down a chilled Thin Mint, you're not a God-fearing American. What do you think? Forget all this other stuff. Just pull out a chilled Thin Mint. If they turn it down, be suspicious. If you see them in front of the grocery store, you just punch them in the face. They know what they did. They know why. Tell them Laura sent you. I actually think my face is up at Girl Scout headquarters. I'm like, if you see this lady, run. She is scary. The funniest part about this is this joke. I actually have people send me boxes of Thin Mints, and I'm like, oh, I got a long line of things pissing me off. Another thing pissing me off. Oh my goodness. Don't get all bunched up. Tesla driver. Oh yeah, we have one person clapping, some people groaning. I said Tesla driver. Not Tesla drivers. Tesla driver, Jesse Stockwell from Manhattan Beach, California. And if you run into him, you punch him in the face, okay? I hit his pussy little Tesla at 0 miles an hour. 0 miles an hour. Nothing happened to my car. Put a 2-inch dent in his pussy little Tesla. Cost my insurance company $13,000 to fix his car. That's not even the bad part. 6 months later, he sued me civilly for $26,000 for the inconvenience. If we're suing people now for the inconvenience, there is 179 men that owe me $56 and a cheeseburger. Am I right, ladies? All this costs money. It's expensive. Jesse Stockwell, oh my goodness. I got a long line. Automatic toilets. This is another one, ladies. Did we need this level of technology? Was this required in our lives? It was not. It was not. And I looked it up, ladies. A man developed this piece of nightmare. Because I'll tell you right now, no God-fearing woman ever forgot to flush. Not ever, 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 ever. It never. Even drunk we'll hover and flush, won't we? We'll burn our thighs. We'll stand on one leg in high heels. We don't care. We will still flush. Exactly. Thank you for the confirmation. And you gentlemen have no idea the nightmare that is our lives every single day, because we're waiting in line, usually on average, what, ladies? Months? I'm usually in line so long, I start taking the antibiotics from my purse for the bladder disease I got while waiting in line. And we finally get in there and we get that butt gasket all nice and down, usually number 3 because the first 2 tear and fall into the bowl. We're about to sit down, and what happens? It's just beautiful sound effects from somewhere one time. Flushes. And then it pulls that sucker right in the face. And we're like, ah! And we have to start the process all over again. Butt gasket down, number 3, bladder disease, naked down to our ankles. And I'll tell you right now, gentlemen, you do not know this, but we need time in there. We do, we need time. We're wearing high heels. We need to text message our friends. We have a number of things to do in there. At least 1 or 2. I like the smart crowd. You got the poop joke. Good for you. And what happens when we're sitting there? Thank you. Don't be afraid when you know the answer. Just shout it out like that. It flushes again. It flushes. Now here's the deal. Had I wanted to wash my crap with my own pee, I would have just peed on myself. Quick and fast to the point. I have to go shortly. I don't want to. But I do have to tell you, fine people, as a woman in my late 20s. Late, that's not nice. I know I did say that. I'll have you know I got carded this week. I did, it was for my AARP card, but whatever. I got carded, it was written on the calendar. Last time ever. As a woman in my late 20s, so late, I've just blown right through my 30s. I've noticed that a few things have changed. When I was in my 20s, I used to say the F word. No big deal. F this, F that. Some of you have used it today. Yep, trawl right there. Now I can barely tolerate hearing that word and saying it. It makes me nauseous. I'll try to say it. 50. Oh my God. I hate it so much. It's terrible. Oh my God. But part of the problem is in our society, ladies, we are not allowed to age, are we? No. We're not allowed to age or gain weight. We're all supposed to weigh 112 pounds, and 36 is supposed to be right here. Part of the problem is you men, no matter what your age is, all of you want the 20-year-olds. And I can't really blame you. Because now I would like a 20-year-old as 2. Actually, I'd like 2. I am old enough now, I know how to direct traffic. But I'm doing a little public service announcement for the more mature female. If you're currently hooked up, looking to trade it up, change it up, there are advantages of a more mature female. You date a woman my age, guess what? You don't need to talk to us. Am I right, ladies? That's what our friends are for. You date a woman my age, guess what? There's a good chance I can pay for my own drinks. How about that? And if you're cute, I'll buy you a drink. Number 1 reason you may want to look to the more mature female for a hookup, because if you're making sweet love to an older lady, we are never going to look at you all doe-eyed and go, what you thinking? Because we really don't care. You guys have been awesome. My name's Lauren. Thank you so much for LOL Network. He's here for you tonight. Please welcome the very talented Ron Jocelyn, everybody.